The Nintendo 3DS just celebrated its 11th anniversary, and that makes me feel very old. I wanted to do a casual discussion with you guys and just talk about my memories with the console. Let's get into it. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Media. Of course, thank you for all the support. I wanted to do this video because seemingly a lot of the new subscribers here really like 3DS, so I thought it'd be fun to do a casual discussion, just talking about my history with the console, my favorite memories with the console, my favorite games, just do a very casual, laid-back 3DS discussion in celebration of its 11-year anniversary. The Nintendo 3DS released on March 27th, 2011 in North America. That's where I'm currently residing, so I think it was a little different depending on where you were. I think in Japan it was like February of that year. But yeah, I just want to talk about this console with you guys. And of course, let me know down in the comments below your favorite memories with this console as well. When did you get it? You know, what was your favorite game? That kind of stuff. I just want to kind of reminisce with you guys. So I got my 3DS the week after it came out. So I guess I should start before, actually, before the 3DS came out. This was before I really had access to the internet, so I don't remember the exact moment that I kind of figured out what the 3DS was. At the time, I had a DSi, I think, and I was content playing my black and white, which came out that February. I think the first time I ever heard of the 3DS was with Nintendo Power. I think it was like, it might have been the January or February issue of that year, maybe even March. And Nintendo Power did a huge blowout where they showed all the games. Maybe it was the year prior from E3, I'm not sure. But there was a Nintendo Power issue that blew out 3DS info, basically. It showed like Kid Icarus Uprising, Paper Mario, 3D Land, Mario Kart 7. It showed everything from those first few years of the Nintendo 3DS. And dude, I read that magazine cover to cover every day until the 3DS came out. At the time, I was 10 years old, so early 2011. And I didn't have, obviously any income or anything. So one of my most regrettable choices was how I got it. I actually sold most of my games. At the time, I think it was mostly PS2 games. I think there had to have been some GameCube stuff in there too. So I sold a lot of my games, probably even some older Pokemon stuff, to GameStop. Not my greatest decisions, obviously, but it got me this beautiful handheld here. This isn't my original blue 3DS that I got the week after release. This is a European one I actually got last year. Once again, growing up, I would sell my 3DSs to get like the new model, or they would break or something. So I don't have, sadly, most of my 3DSs. Currently, I have three. I have this one. I have my Sun and Moon 3DS XL, new 3DS XL, and then I have a new 2DS XL, which I just recently got. But yeah, I got it through trading in stuff to GameStop, and I actually couldn't afford a game when it came out. I just had enough to get the console, because if you remember, the 3DS launched at $250, which was very expensive. And then later in the year, they discounted it to $170 and gave you all those Ambassador, NES, and GBA games. I still can't believe they never released GBA games as an eShop thing. That is ridiculous to me. But yeah, the 3DS did thankfully have some integrated software. It had the AR games I was having fun with. Even back then, I would have fun messing around with like the 3DS sound and pictures and stuff like that, the face raiders. So there was some stuff to do pretty soon after that. And like I said, I think this was like the week after. For some reason, April 7th is sticking out in my mind. I don't know if that was the exact date, but for some reason, that's the date in my mind. So it might have been then. But it was certainly like it was about a week after the 3DS came out. But the first game I got, I think my grandmother actually graciously bought it for me pretty soon after I got the console, was Rayman 3D. I have it on the shelf over there. That was my first introduction to Rayman. I had no idea what Rayman was. It's still the only Rayman game I've actually beaten. Actually, no, that's not true. I played Rayman Origins on Vita the next year when I got my Vita. But Rayman 3D was great. It was a remake, of course, of Rayman 2, which they've remade on DS and 3DS, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back that game again. Really fun 3D platformer. I'm not sure how much it holds up today. I would maybe enjoy doing a video going back and playing that game. And from there, it was a lot of weird stuff. The other launch titles didn't really interest me. I think I eventually got Pilotwings Resort for Christmas that year, which not really my thing. I'm looking at the list of games here. 2011 and even 2012, pretty barren, except for the holiday season. Holiday 2011 is pretty good. People always say like, oh, early 3DS sucked. 2011 was actually pretty good in the second half. Other launch titles were Nintendogs plus Cats, Steel Diver. There was like Ridge Racer 3D. There was Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 4. I did eventually get that, even though I suck at fighting games. So there was a decent amount of ports there, just not a lot of new games. But then well, for the most part, at that point, I was just playing Pokemon Black and White. I was just using my 3DS for that, so kind of like, oh, well, what was even the point? But still had a decent amount of fun with it, with Rayman and a couple other games. Like Cubic Ninja, before that game was infamously the thing that you used to hack your 3DS. I actually had that game. Another one I actually just bought, again, to kind of relive it with some nostalgia, was Rabbids Travel in Time, I think. This is a 2D platformer. It's a Rabbids 2D platformer. I don't know why, but that was one of the games I had. So some decent games there, very mid-tier games early on in the 3DS's life. But then you got to June with Ocarina of Time 3D. That was the biggest release for me that year. Well, until Mario Kart 7. Ocarina of Time 3D it needs no introduction. That game's amazing. I had played it on my Nintendo 64 with my older brother at the time. So it wasn't like I wasn't new to this game. This was the first time I beat it, though. So this is the first time I actually got to the end and beat Ganondorf and beat Ganon. Great experience. I remember I beat it. I was like out with my brother and older sister, and we were just walking, and I was just on my 3DS playing it while they were doing something with their friends or something. And I was just like, oh, I finally beat Zelda, which I was always proud of because my older brother couldn't do it. You know, this is back in the day when like, oh, these games are too hard, you know, that kind of thing. So fun memory there. Moving on, Star Fox 64 3D. I think I got later on. This was my first Star Fox game. I don't really like Star Fox that much. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you guys, but still a fun game. Then in October, we got our first Pokemon game on the 3DS, Pokemon Rumble Blast. I'm actually replaying this game right now. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Just a Pokemon Rumble game. This was my first Pokemon Rumble game. It was just nice to have a 3DS Pokemon game that I could actually buy and play, and that was a fun time. Then you get to Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7 both came out around the same time. Mario Kart 7 was in December, 3D Land was in November with Skyward Sword. That was my main focus of the month. I had that Wiimote bundle. Once again, I sold that Wiimote bundle at some point when I was a kid, so really regret that. So I didn't actually get 3D Land until Christmas that year, I think. I did get Mario Kart 7, though, on release day. And this is where I'm going to take a quick little detour and kind of give you guys the main reason the 3DS means a lot to me. This is the thing that led me to meeting my best friend, who I currently live with. And Mario Kart 7 specifically was kind of the crux of all that. So back then, I didn't, you know, spoiler alert, I'm homeschooled, or I was homeschooled. So I didn't have any friends. So what I did was I went online and I went on like my mom's Yahoo Answers account and I said, hey, anybody want to play Mario Kart 7 with me? You know, I just turned 11 or something. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get some friends on here. Someone added me and now I live with them. You know, 10 years later, 11 years later. So funny how life works. I met my best friend through 3DS. So 3DS will always hold a special place in my heart because of that. And then, you know, we got into all kind of hijinks on like internet forums and 3DS. We had our own 3DS forum at one point. So the 3DS holds a very near and dear place in my heart. So shout out 3DS. If it wasn't for 3DS, I would not be living where I'm living right now, probably. So shout out. But yeah, 3D Land, I did it on Christmas. I love that game. I think I mentioned it in my favorite 3DS games video. I actually like it more than 3D World. And then Mario Kart 7 is my favorite Mario Kart. It might not be the best Mario Kart. I do think it has the best course selection, though. And yeah, Mario Kart 7 is great. And at some point in this year, we also got the introduction of the eShop. I think it was around June or July 2011. For the most part, it was just 3D Classics. I don't even know if Virtual Console was rolled out yet. But we got like Excite Bike, ZVS. And at this point, I think they were doing on Club Nintendo. So I was getting them all for free, which was cool. We have Sakura Samurai. That was a fun one on the eShop. Freaky Forms is terrible, but, you know, nostalgic. Pushmo was fun. And I think at some point in there, Mutant Mudds came out. I love Mutant Mudds. Shout out to Renegade Kid. Mutant Mudds Super Challenge, of course. I did a full Let's Play of on my old channel. Mutant Mudds, very near and dear to my heart. But then we move into 2012. So this is a weird year for me, actually. I don't think this year is as good as 2011. Kid Icarus Uprising, obviously iconic. Even in February, I think we had like Resident Evil Revelations came out. That was a lot of fun. Tekken 3D Prime I got for some reason, even though, once again, I don't play fighting games. But then Fire Emblem Awakening came out, and I actually didn't play it until like a year later. Actually, you know what? This list is wrong. That's the Japanese release date. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Fire Emblem was 2013, so I'll save that story. Mario Tennis Open I didn't get. New Super Mario Bros. 2 was exciting because I wanted that damn 3DS XL. I don't remember when exactly I got it, though. It was that year. I don't think it was when it came out, but I definitely got a 3DS XL around that time. I got the blue one, and actually in between that, my original blue one did break, and I got the Cosmo no, not Cosmo, the Fire Red 3DS for Christmas in 2011, because this one broke. Well, not literally this one, but the blue one. So at this point, I was already on my third 3DS, and I got that blue 3DS XL. But yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2, that was a lot of fun. Animal Crossing New Leaf, that was Japan, but I guess I'll talk about it now. Really good, you know, time playing that game with my brother, and just Animal Crossing was very fun when it came out. Similar to New Horizons, it just burned out for me pretty quickly. But yeah, New Leaf was a great time. And then that's another point, man. These Japanese release dates got me tripping. Paper Mario Sticker Star, though, that came out in November of 2012. Great game. And then, yeah, 2012 really didn't have much. Dylan's Rolling Western came out. I can't really play that game because I'm left-handed. Similar to Kid Icarus, actually, where I love Kid Icarus Uprising, but being left-handed really does hinder my enjoyment of that game. So please, Nintendo, port Kid Icarus to Switch or something. And then you have more stuff like Crash Mode. Harmonite came out, I think, in Japan, but I'll talk about it now. That was a fun game. Fluidity Spin Cycle was cool to see Fluidity come back. But then we get to 2013. Fellas, this is the good year. So obviously we had Animal Crossing. Then we had Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Luigi's Mansion on GameCube is my favorite game of all time, so it was a little disappointing, personally, for me. The game's fine. It just doesn't really feel like Luigi's Mansion. It feels like a more arcadey version of it, which I don't personally like, but it is, I can't deny, a good game. Then you have, that was 2014, but we also had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates to Infinity. That was my first Mystery Dungeon game. That was a lot of fun. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D came out around that time. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. And at this point, Nintendo Direct was like in full swing. They were doing great. And then, I guess actually the first thing in 2013 was the Pokemon Direct. That was the first Nintendo Direct I actually watched live. And man, oh man, was that Direct really good. Pokemon X and Y was the most excited I had ever been for a video game up to that point. I would even say following that point, nothing has even matched that game for me. Pokemon X and Y is my childhood. I played Black and White. I played Platinum before that. X and Y is the one I really, really like. So I'm going to do a whole video on Gen 6 soon, so look out for that. But X and Y, damn good games. I don't want to hear any criticism of that gen. And then, of course, also that holiday, we had A Link Between Worlds, so another banger 3DS game. 2013 really was the year of the 3DS for me. And then a lot of stuff in Japan. It looks like here, Yokai Watch, I think, came out in Japan then. So 2013, good year. Digital stuff, we got minis on the move, it looks like then. Chibi Robo Photo Finder, that was a classic, you know. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, Pokemon Bank, of course. Curse Sploosh, remember that. 2014, this is when I started maybe even kind of falling off a little bit. I was still just obsessively playing X and Y. So we had Kirby Triple Lux. I just recently did a video on that game, playing it for the first time. Great game. Didn't play it there, though, so I'm not really nostalgic for it. Mario Party Island Tour, don't really care. Golf, don't care. Yoshi's New Island, I did get. Not a good Yoshi's game. Then we had Smash Bros, though. That was the key elements of that year. And it came out on Wii U, though, also. I got both versions. For the longest time, I had the opinion that, like, low-key, I had more fun playing the 3DS version. I know that was just me being a stupid kid. Obviously, the Wii U version's better. But yeah, Smash 3DS, very nostalgic. I might also do a video on that. I had some people on my Discord saying, like, oh, we should do a game night. So maybe, join the Discord. Maybe we'll do a Smash 3DS game night before the servers go down eventually. Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Pretty much the same feelings for X and Y. Not as excited, but I was still like, damn, okay, new Pokemon game on the 3DS. Obviously, I'm going to be excited. And then we had some more, yeah, not much eShop stuff. I'm sure there was more third-party stuff, but we're not really getting into that. Not that I can think. I think at some point in here, Attack of the Fridays Monsters came out, the level 5 game. That game's amazing. I need to do another video just on eShop games also, so look out for that. But then we get to 2015. This is when the new 3DS XL came out. And this is, okay, and also, this is Full Swing Amiibo, so I was, like, fully in it, man. And this is also the first full year of me doing YouTube. In 2014, I was 14 years old, and I started making videos on my old channel, and then 2015 was, like, my first full year, so, and, like, trying to cover games and, like, you know, that era of Nintendo YouTube. So, I think it was February 13th, 2015, we had the new 3DS release, as well as the Wave 3 of Amiibo. So, I think I waited out at Toys R Us, if I recall correctly, to get some Amiibo. I think it was maybe Lucario? I'm not sure, because the waves were really weird, where, like, it would be like Wave 3A and 3B, and then Meta Knight's Best Buy exclusive, but then it was weird. So I don't remember exactly where I camped out in the morning, but I camped out somewhere when I was 14 years old for some Amiibo, as well as a new 3DS XL. I remember being so upset, because I remember, it was either Toys R Us or Best Buy we camped out at, and then we went to Target, And as I was walking in, I saw some piece of crap walking out with like 3 of the Majora's Mask new 3DS XL. So I was very disappointed. I ended up settling for the glossy red one, which, you know, I was happy with. Still cool to have. And then I think this is where I really started to fall off with the 3DS. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Tipping Stars was cool. Lego City Undercover, The Chase Begins, are listing as a 2015 game. That was definitely 2013. I did play that game. I didn't play the Wii U version. Random. Lego City Undercover is good, though. Didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Didn't play Codename Steam. Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, I didn't play until maybe a year or two ago. Very good game, obviously. Happy Home Designer, not great. Ultimate NES Remix, didn't play that. Super Mystery Dungeon, I played a little bit, never finished. I need to go back to that game. Chibi Robo Ziplash, we're getting to that. I think that game's better than a lot of people give it credit for, personally, but I get it. Triforce Heroes, another game that definitely gets way too much hate. That game's really good. Paper Jam, I didn't play. Dragon Quest 7 and 8, I didn't yet. Puzzles and Dragons, Mario Bros. Edition. This is when the 3DS started definitely falling off for me. Then we get to like Box Boy on the eShop, though. That was good. Stretchmo, Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, who cares? And then 2016 and 2017, these are basically the 3DS's final years here. So 2016, once again, still falling off at this point. You know, I was just waiting for that NX news at this point, man. I didn't care about the Wii U. I didn't care about 3DS. I just wanted NX news. But there was still some good stuff. Planet Robot came out, which, once again, like Triple Lux, I just played. Go check out that video. Mario Party Star Rush, no. Federation Force, no. Sun and Moon, I was excited. After I do my Gen 6 video, I'll probably do a Gen 7 video. I like Gen 7 more now that I've had time to reflect. I still don't think it's that great. I think Gen 6 is better. Greatly, in my opinion. I know that's not the popular opinion, but that's just my opinion. Then we got like the new Leaf Welcome Amiibo update. I didn't care about that. Mario Maker for 3DS, I did play that. That was fine. Yeah. Hyrule Warriors Legends, no. Like, 3DS output definitely slowed down at this point. And then we get to 2017, where the Switch was coming out, so I truly did not care. And every time they even mentioned the word 3DS in a Nintendo Direct, I was so irritated, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was like, man, why? Why is it not on Switch? Why is it not on Switch? Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World first one, that's fine. Maybe that game will still come to Switch, hopefully. But that one was fine. That one didn't hurt. Mario Sports Superstars. I remember there was a bunch of rumors about this game coming to the Switch. That one didn't happen. I don't really care about that. Fire Emblem Echoes. This one hurt, but not that bad, because I was like, okay, it's a remake. They already at that point confirmed that a new Fire Emblem was coming to Switch, so I didn't really care. And then Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valencia went on to become my favorite 3DS game. So there you go. That game is absolutely incredible. More stuff I didn't play. Ever Oasis. I'm still planning on doing a video on that soon as well when I finally play that. Hey Pikmin, not good. But the one that really hurt, when it wasn't coming to 3DS, or Switch, actually. And actually, there's 2 games. The first one is Metroid Samus Returns. At the time, I had like just played Metroid Fusion like a year or 2 prior, as well as Super Metroid for the first time. So I was really into that. And then it was on 3DS, and I was like, well, I still haven't played it. I have it. I do have the collector's edition now, but I still need to play it. It did hurt at the time, though, that it wasn't on Switch. And then the other one, I'm kind of skipping ahead here, was Luigi's Mansion. Like I mentioned earlier, Luigi's Mansion is my favorite game. This was in 2018 at this point where they announced this, and it just was not on Switch. So I was very irritated that I had to keep my 3DS around. I'm not going to lie to you. Actually, despite my love for Luigi's Mansion, this one hurt the most. I remember all the stars, reference, the stars were aligning for a Gen 7 game on Switch that year, and it didn't freaking happen. It ended up being Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and at that point I was already pretty damn negative on Sun and Moon at the time. I like Sun and Moon now, but yeah, seeing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon get announced was so painful, man, because I think it was Zero Gamer had reported that we were for sure getting a mainline Pokemon game on Switch that year, and it just didn't happen. These leakers don't really know what they're talking about half the time, so that one really stung. So yeah, 2017 and 2018 were definitely a tough time for me as a 3DS owner. I didn't really care. I didn't really want the console to even be a thing anymore. I just wanted everything to move to Switch. We got other good stuff like WarioWare Gold, and then in 2019 we got Yokai Watch 3 and extra Epic Yarn. So it was like Fire Emblem Warriors came out, Minecraft on 3DS came out, late 3DS. But just looking back as a whole, I mean, I think my love for this little stupid handheld cannot be understated. I have such good memories with this thing. I live where I live now because of it. I have my best friend because of it. It's just it's a little one-sided, I think. Lopsided, I should say. Similar to Wii, well, not even really similar to Wii U. I think 2015 is the Wii U's best year. Wii U didn't have enough years to even be lopsided. Switch has been very consistent so far. There's been like really good year, off year, really good year, off year. 3DS had like 3 really good years, and then it just kind of died, in my opinion. Even like 2017, when I was excited for the Switch, like, yeah, they had a pretty good software lineup. It is a lot of remakes and ports, though. So, like, I don't know. 2013 through I would even give it 2016 for 3DS was definitely peak. And then 2011 had Mario Kart and 3D Land. So 3DS has a really good library. I think one of Nintendo's best. I think the only thing that rivals it at this point is, spoiler alert, the Switch. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video rambling about my history with the 3DS and just talk about all these games and just kind of walk down memory lane with you all, kind of give you my experience with the console in celebration of its 11-year anniversary that happened yesterday, actually, when you're seeing this, maybe a couple days, maybe years ago when you're seeing this. I don't know when you're watching this. I thought it'd be fun. I enjoyed talking to you guys about it because sometimes I just like getting nostalgic, man. It is a fun thing to get nostalgic. I could do more videos like this talking about the Wii U, talking about NX rumors, whatever you guys want to see. I'll do it probably. But there you guys have it. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I think it's like 90% of my viewers still aren't subscribed to the channel, so please consider doing that. It does really help me out. Of course, I do really appreciate the support recently. Follow me on Twitter at BotoxMedia, and most importantly, let me know your experience with the Nintendo 3DS down in the comments below. And if you want to get the discussion going even further, join my Discord. It's almost entirely people that click for 3DS, so a lot of 3DS fans in there if you want to be with like-minded people. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.